噔噔。 美少女ハッカーの真髄お見せしましょう。データはこれとこれと先生のために頑張ったらだから祈るね。もうかな。興味深い結果ですね。あとはお任せしますね。出世してやる。ここから先は進ませないよ。一体いつまで続くんですか。今回ここですね。回しておきましょう。準備が万全ですから。先生の頼みがなかったらここは私が守るから。興味深い結果ですね。攻撃のタイミング準備が万全ですから。ここは私が守るから。今回だけですよ。この日ははい、このとおり。準備が万全ですから。ここは私が守るから。これで戦闘が変わる。ここを少し気にしていきましょう。準備が万全ですから。どうだ初期長の力思い知ったか。あ、ひげが。 了解。突入を開始します。
Oh shit. I've been talking this whole time and I didn't realize that my keyboard layout was in a different language. Oh god. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, that was something. So probably like the first, how many, 20 minutes I was talking to the void. Yeah, I was telling you that I think Nagusa will be a character that will release soon. Same with Kikyo. I think Kusuno has a good chance to be an anniversary character. Or Seiya. They have a little bit of a connection. So it could not be weird that Seiya and Kusunoha release relatively soon. And by the way, thank you for becoming a member. Really appreciate it. I was wondering, like, this is weird. I feel like I'm talking about, like, yeah, now that you say no mic, I noticed, but everything should be fine now. If the sound effects or the music are too loud, like, let me know. Okay, let's try to get this run properly done this time around. But yeah, like if I had to bet on the anniversary character, I would say Kusunoha or Seiya. I'm still talking to the void, or is it working now? The OBS shows that I have volume on my mic, but it was also showing it before, even though I was pressing the wrong key. Okay, perfect. Yeah, like, I was like, perfect, okay. Like, I started the stream, before starting the stream, I had to update some stuff on my computers and drivers, and every time I restart the computer, the keyboard layout goes to English, and the key I have for the push to talk changes, because I have it configured in another language, so yeah. That was a little bit of a mishap. But yeah, at the beginning I was just saying that I'm really happy that the channel can have members, and I really appreciate that you became a member, and hopefully this will be a first step for something better. Like, I'm really enjoying this while I'm doing it as a hobby, and I wouldn't mind like this taking a little bit more of my time. Like, ah crap, I mistimed that EX, but yeah. So yeah, thanks everyone that has been supporting and will keep supporting the channel. It was quite a week. I was quite, how can I say it? I could not believe my eyes when I got the notification from YouTube that now I can access to memberships and super thanks and super chats and donations and all that stuff. Okay, now I got the timing right, but I forgot to buff Aru. But we got the critical hit on Aru, that was lucky. So usually you want to buff Aru before going for that, but this time it worked. So here, we are going to be breaking this with the assist of Miyako, so she can get closer. Aru should break it just with basic attacks, so we should be fine without using 3x, and that will allow us to use the EX on the boss, and we have to renew Hoshino. Now we use Kayoko, Hoshino, and then Miyako, and now we start PPSing. This run should not be a one-team run, probably. We're going to either have to restart or go to a second team. Here we are using Kayoko to renew. Aru still have the buffs, so we go for it. Yeah, the timing on the renewals for Hoshino have been quite a miss this time around, but it's not the end of the world. Aru has a lot of range. I don't know, like the heavy armor version, like the classic version of this raid, is fairly easy. It's just about timing. Once you get the timings down, it's pretty easy. We can rerun it after this one, because when I ran it before it went really smooth and it was like a really easy clear. So yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a 2-teamer. So annoying. Yeah, oh, this is Mika, right? By the way, 0133, when you wrote before, I actually said hi to you, but I didn't realize my mic was on my keyboard was on the wrong layout. Yeah, true. Oh, this is pretty easy with Mika. Oh, I have not even configured Team 2. Like, I was pretty lucky when I did it for the showcase, so... Let's see. Team 2, we are going to use... he's dealing Mystic damage, so we cannot use Saori. No. Actually, Toki, we are going to be using Toki. Yeah, Blue Hod is hell. I hate it. Blue Hod is the worst version of them all. Like, it's so hard to get a decent consistent clear on the blue version. Is so freaking annoying. I was so happy when I got it because I could use the tickets to skip it every time. I was like, okay, I'm done. Let's see though. So what we're going to do, we cannot use Shihiro because she's only applying CC to heavy armor enemies. So we're going to be using Shimiko. No, Yoshimi. And we are going to be using... could use Hoshino, but I want something a little bit faster. And the specials, we're going to be using Nagisa for sure for damage. Actually, it's only 4 bars we have to do, so Toki may be too slow. I actually didn't plan to get Yukari. Yukari was an accident. Like, I had 2 free tickets. I used one and I got her for free. So yeah, I'm happy that I got her, but yeah, I was not planning to get her. She is probably the worst of the 3 stars one. From the 3-star students on the Sonic category. It's just her EX cost is 7, which makes everything weird. Like, all the strategies that you can use become 1 point too clunky with her. So yeah, I would not recommend getting Yukari. Yeah. I was saying before when I had the microphone muted that I'm trying to... all the characters I get, I'm trying to max them so I can get like a more complete view about them for the guides when they come out in global, and to give a little bit a more precise first impressions, because sometimes like you can tell how good they are just from the multipliers and the stats, but if you don't see the full stats with all the accessories and stuff, it's complicated to get like a fair guess. So it's been really resource intensive, but I think it's gonna be fine. It will delay my Torment preparations, but in the end, it doesn't really matter too much. Who could... I don't want to use Hoshino, but we need a tank, so... Where is Hoshino? There she is. But I don't plan to invest any further on Yukari. I'm not getting like her fragments and UE and stuff. It's not worth, in my opinion. Mostly because of how slow her kit is. Like, if I had to say what are the 2 big issues with Yukari, I would say her EX cost and her EX mechanic. Because you need to build up the prayers, and while you can get them relatively fast, it's still a hassle to do. So yeah, like by the time you get the perfect conditions for Yukari, you could have used freaking Hanako like 4 times, Ichika 2 times, Kasumi like 3 times too. Like, there are so many better options. I couldn't say that she's worse than Momiji, because Momiji is a 2-star, but I'm starting to even have my doubts about that, because Momiji has a stupidly high attack stat. So you're not missing too much damage if you use Momiji, even though her multipliers are not great. So Yukari is not giving you like anything that you can get from another character. Yukari is not giving... Oh, we may be dead here. Yeah, we're all dead. That was lucky. Oh, we need to interrupt that. Oh, we couldn't. GG. Freaking Koharu saving the day. She healed Asusa in the perfect moment. Like, new raid might require multiple AoE DPS, so Yukari might be viable, though I guess she'll be more of a torment option. Yeah, that's the other thing, that now when I do reviews or first impressions, I think I will start doing like a torment section. Oh, hello. Global next raid is Peroro, right? Is this team good enough to clear Extreme? Kayoko, New Year, Kayoko, New Year, Mutsuki, any tank but Natsu, Reisa, Hinata, Boro, Himari Mari. When you say any tank but Natsu, is because you don't have Natsu? Or because you want to have another option? For Extreme, yeah, because you don't need... Okay, you don't have Natsu, okay. So, the thing is that in Extreme, you don't need to worry about the boss damage type, so almost any team will do. Oh, New Year Kayoko, yeah, New Year Kayoko is really good. It should be more than enough to clear Extreme. I could use Ui or New Year Fuka to discount Hinata, because otherwise you will be too slow. Hinata will be your main DPS, and her AoE it's really strong, but her EX cost 6, so maybe remove New Year Mutsuki and use Ui or New Year Fuka. If you don't have any of them, do not rent a Hinata and rent maybe a Wakamo, so you get more reliable damage. But I would not recommend running like a super heavy cost composition if you're not using discounts. So, for example, let's do like a simulation of... Wait, actually, give me a sec. While I get to my global account, if you want, you can write down like what characters you have available to use, and so we can do like a mini simulation. Of course, I'm not going to be able to run a Peroro now, but we can make a picture of your team and go through how you should operate it to get the clear you want. Let me check. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, outdoor. And here we are. Iroha is always good at Peroro. Is obviously not fantastic when the terrain does not favor her, but she's mostly good every time. So, you said New Year Kayoko, then New Year Mutsuki, any tank but Natsu, because you will be running Extreme. You don't have to worry about the damage type, so if you're going to be running what's the name? If you're going to be running Mari, you can use Hoshino as a tank, because you can still profit from this. Like, you still have an attack buff. You will not be able to use the effectiveness buff, but you will still be able to use this, and you will still be able to use the Axel effect. And that would make running Hinata without discounts more viable if you want to run Hinata. So this could be a choice for you. If you don't have Hoshino, then probably Tsubaki is a good tank for you, because of her good evasion and like self-heal. She can get you like a little bit of leeway with your cleanse, but still like not too much, so don't risk it. Yeah, you can use her. Otherwise, as a tank, if you have Atsuko, she's also good. Her EX is pretty cheap. You get some heals for safety, it depends. And yeah, like last, either you rent Hinata, but I would not recommend renting Hinata if you're not going to be using Fuka. And at that point, you would want to use ideally Fuka Himari, something like this. But you will have no cleanse, so it's a little bit complicated without the cleanse. Otherwise, you could go like this, but you will have no Axel, and the Axel is really good, so you will have to weigh your options, but it's not impossible. If you're lacking damage, I would recommend you to do some mock battles before you commit to the run, and if you see that you're lacking damage, I could remove Hinata, and I could go for Wakamo, which is just busted, and then you don't need discounts and you can go with Himari. That I could do if I was you, but again, I don't know if you have Hoshino. You don't have Nier Fuka, Ui, Wakamo. Ui, Wakamo. Yep. Like, if you can use Ui to discount Hinata, then like you can do something like this maybe. Where is Ui? And for the tank, do you have Hoshino? Because if you have Hoshino, you use Hoshino 100%. If you don't have Hoshino, then I could go with Tsubaki probably, or Atsuko for the heals. And on the specials, this should be fine. And for the deployment, like if you're going to run this, you should probably deploy something like that, maybe. But yeah, because you don't want to have Ui close to the corners, Otherwise the Peroros will target her when they go too far. So yeah, something like this could do. Since we're in global, let's do yep. Okay, Subaki. Yeah, you don't have Summer Hoshino. Well, lucky for you, we're not too far. I mean, a couple months away, like 2 or 3 months, maybe. I don't know, but we're not that far from the next Fest banner. And in the Fest banner, you can pick up all the Fest characters that you're missing. So you can get Wakamo, you can get Hoshino, you will be able to get Hanako, Summer Hanako, which is stupidly good. So yeah. Yeah. EU is kind of messed up. But I mean, it's people is clearing Torment. Like there is nothing I can do. I don't know if the Top Insane, yeah, Top Insane is getting there, but I didn't pull for Toki. I don't think Toki is necessary. Fully invested Shiroko could do the same, but I don't have a fully invested Shiroko. I haven't tried running a composition like this, but I don't like it. It's too frail. Like if something goes wrong, everything goes wrong and you have to restart a lot. I've been going just for safe clears here. Like in the end, 200 Pyroxan do not make that much difference. What is people doing in Torment though? Torment is getting cleared fairly easily. That's impressive. They are using Tsukuyo on Team 1 because there is a lot of CC in the form of stuns and freaking taunts, so she gets a lot of healing. I mean, Bunny Toki is better. It's an upgrade over Shiroko, yeah, but I don't know, like, maybe you can get to Platinum without her. Just doing insane, but I wanted to get Minori on Desert Summer and I'm pretty low still on resources, so I had to save. I'm even skipping Urumi and Mina, which I wanted to get Mina, but I will be skipping her. Desert Summer and Hanako are too important to not get. Like even like the comp I'm running now as it is not 100% reliable. I mean, JP has like 6 times the player base we have in global, because there is a lot of people that plays both versions, so it's hard to imagine that they will open the brackets more. Playing on the NA server, basically doing minimally okay, insane and guaranteeing it. Yeah, EU server is messed up. I think I also agree that it's about time that they open the brackets, but I don't have my hopes up, to be honest. We got unlucky with the hits there. And we missed the timing. I think they should merge servers. Like global should be like one big server. Maybe keep Korea out, because Korea is like another planet. Like they have even different updates in some regards. So yeah. But the rest of global, like they should just keep it all together. We're going to have to restart here probably. Yep, Atsuki's gonna die. Or maybe not.
遠慮しない
We need to renew Hoshino soon-ish. After this Sairu probably we need to. We're not getting lucky. Like on that cross, if we land a critical, they die and we go to phase 2. But we will get there. Oh, perfect.
なら遠慮しない
Having Atsuko early is probably the best for me. Because I don't care about the taunts, because we have the time to buff Aru anyways. Just for safety, like I tried with other compositions, but they felt too frail, and I was not getting good results, so this comp still can get a one team. Like, you see, if Aru crits, I don't need more damage, like Aru does everything I need. And Shiroko does all the shield breaking I need, so Atsuko is just a good safety net. Light armor tank, I do not have one invested, I think. I'm not sure, probably not. Yep, because in this phase, the AoE can be quite annoying, so having the heals is a good safety net. We need to renew Hoshino. Yeah, like that. And now Shiroko can do her job. And now Aru should be able to crit 2 times and win this, but I have my doubts. Aru has been missing quite a bit. We may get it, we may get it. I need one more crit on Aru. Boom. Easy clear. When Aru tries, we can do it.
Kibotos で行われる様々な事件の数々に
What's your favorite raid? Mine is Hieronymus. My favorite raid? That's a good question. Like... I like all the raids. Some annoy me more than others, but I think that all the raids are pretty different from each other and like they're very interesting. If I had to pick one, probably the one I like the most and hate the most at the same time is Gregorius or Gauss, one of those two. I love and hate both of them. Yeah, Chisa, it's fairly easy, yeah. It's really straightforward. Do damage. Kill everything on sight and do damage. Let's see, tank. Is she light armor? Yeah, but I have not invested in her. I should though. Amy is fairly good in Torment difficulty, so if any of you has Amy and you have to invest on her for Torment, like if you're not aiming for Torment, then you should be fine, but she's really good for Torment. She's used in Bina and many other raids. Since we are on the students list, Haruna, Haruka is light too, yep. I hate that one. Wagamo raid is probably the only raid I truly dislike, and I don't like any aspect of it. It's just plain annoying. all the mechanics are annoying. Aruk is a good tank. Even below Torment, she's a good tank. She falls a little bit in Insane, but she regains value in Torment. I don't know, it depends. I hate Wakamo, and I think that the thing that makes that raid the hardest, like at least to me, is the freaking splash damage. Like deployment is really hard on phase 1. Phase 2 is easy. The issue I have with that raid is phase 1. Because in Insane and Torment, the splash damage just can ruin. It destroys your runs. If you miss like the deployment and you miss your timings, like everything's gonna go to the grab. That's why I don't like that raid. It feels like the mechanics are just annoyances. But yeah, on the topic of Torment, Sumire is also a character that is gaining popularity in Torment difficulty. Amy is a good Torment character. Susumi is getting popular on Great Wars, and we're going to showcase that in a little bit. Wakamo is gaining some popularity too, but not too much. Yeah, like the usual suspects. Also, where is she? She's really good in Insane and Torment. Christmas Serena. I got her here. Yeah. I got her in this account. I have never used her. I have barely seen it anywhere. I think she's getting popular in Torment. I don't recall which raids, but I've seen her in some Torment raids, but I have not been able to invest on her. She's not bad though. It's just I have not have the yeah. She's picking up popularity in Torment. She's not bad. I just haven't had the resources to get her up. Same with Nodoka. She's really good actually. Even in Insane Hieronymus, she's awesome use at the beginning. Just no resources. Like now I have some, but I'm saving them for Minori. Like there is always a project ahead, and I haven't been able to build all the characters I want. I'm free to play, so like I cannot like get too much stamina and stuff like that, so like I've been focusing on the essentials: Mika, Aru, Himari, Ako, Wakamo, Hoshino. They're like essential for many raids and type of content. So yeah. And slowly but surely building my back catalog and my support structure around the nukes like Nier Kayoko, Ui, all that stuff. It's just a matter of priorities, I could say. Like right now, my priorities in JP have been building the characters as I get them for the guides and trying to collect data. So when I do the reviews for the global version, I have like a more complete picture. And in global, I've been trying to build first the key characters and then the supports and like the tournament characters. But yeah, it's been a little bit slow. Same for me, saving for Minori and Summer Saki, Summer Miyako, destroying Gregorius in... Yeah. I want to destroy Gregorius when he comes out in Global.
ブルーアーカイブ
How difficult Urban Torment Hot compared to Indoors? Yeah, I think it's a lot harder, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if Minori is completely reliant on her UE50, because like, if I recall correctly, I may be wrong, but if I recall correctly, there was some people running insane clears, 2 teams. They were doing 2 team clears with 4 stars Minori. But yeah, like, I will be going like as hard as I can on that. Like, I will get Minori and I'm saving the fragments. I don't know how many have available in this account right now, but yeah, I've been saving my fragments.
いつから来てました
And in global I've been saving 2. I should have around 1,002 in global. So when Minori comes out, I should be able to get like 5 stars and probably UE40. Is the end game that awful if you mess up very often in resources management and stuff? I mean, it depends. I don't think it's awful, and it's actually pretty hard to mess up your resource management. Especially because if you only play global, you have a lot of insight on what's coming, so you can like plan ahead. If you're playing JP, you will have some issues because, for example, there are characters like Yukari. She's decent, but she's not great. And investing this amount of resources on a character is futile, like, especially on a character that I will probably never use. Summer, Taki and Miyako, UE40. I would say yes. I mean, the thing is that Miyako works perfectly fine at 3 stars. It's only like a little bit more duration, I think, on her debuffs with the UE. I don't recall correctly what the effects are, but when it comes to Saki, yeah, 3 stars is also fine. Like, in the end, you're just using them to keep the counter up. Your main damage will come from Asusa and probably Nagisa and Minori. You should be fine with them at 3 stars. I will probably go to 5 stars, but I will not invest into like 2 star in the weapons. It will all depend on what I have available. Like, yeah, because in the end, Saki and Miyako are basically part of your support structure, and as long as they survive, they are fine. You don't need them to do too much damage. So if they survive at 3 stars, you don't need to put more into them. Obviously, accessories are really important, so you want to max those. Like, this stuff is crucial for your survival, but like stars and stuff, like I have not gotten to 5 stars on her, and I think, yeah, neither her. I didn't have her though when Gregorius came, so I still have to test it, but I'm pretty sure that I saw people doing 1 team clears with her on 3 stars. But yeah, on the topic of resource management, is mostly planning like accordingly to your goals. Like, if you are like doing extreme right now, plan with insane difficulty in mind. Do not plan with torment in mind, because torment is like really heavy on resources. You will need minimum 12 characters. From those 12, you will have probably like 4 or even 5 off meta characters that are only good in Torment, so do not plan for Torment. Make Torment your goal once you reach like the status of one team clear in for example, you're doing Vina, you're clearing Vina in one team. Okay, you can start planning for your Vina Torment runs, but do not start planning for Torment on a raid that you're still struggling in Insane or that you are just getting into Insane. I think that's like the best way to manage your resources. Just take everything one step at a time. Torment, starting Torment with those characters. Yeah. Yeah. Is Minori similar with Hiki, but the sub is adding explosive bonus damage that didn't get crit right? Is she worth pulling just for Gregorius? Yeah, I agree with 1033. Vina Torment is probably the last raid you want to plan for. When it comes to Minori, the thing is that, where is she? This bonus you get, you have to see it like this way. Effectiveness can be stronger than attack within some, like, within reason. So the thing is that you cannot use Hoshino in this raid because she will go down instantly for Gregorius, because she's weak to mystic damage, which is the damage type of the raid. She will be taking a lot of damage from the Chorus, which gets pretty annoying fairly fast. And since we don't have the explosive bonus from Hoshino and the Axel from Hoshino, we need this bonus to do enough damage to take down the Chorus fast enough so we don't go down. Is she worth pulling only for Gregorius? It depends. When Gregorius came about in JP, like, all the people in Platinum had it. However, since not everyone had it, it was fairly easy to stay in Gold and even get close to Platinum with bad scores in Insane, because it's a raid that is really it's very dependent on how you comply with the debuff mechanic. So Minori will get you like a better chance to do well, but it's not like a must, because she will only be a Gregorius unit. I don't know what the ideal team would look in Gregorius with the next terrains. Also, like, keep in mind that the raids usually rotate terrain, like they keep terrain fairly often. Like the other day I was looking at the terrain history for some raids, and sometimes you have like 2 times the same terrain and then they have another terrain and then go back to the first terrain. So the terrain rotation is not that, it doesn't happen that often. Yeah, Aru team for Gregorius Insane is fairly strong, but I don't know. I didn't have many units then, so I couldn't test too much. I was missing Miyako, I was missing Minori, I was missing Ako, so I was in a little bit of a pickle back then. So my Gregorius testing has to be done when he comes around again. The only thing that I would say is essential for Gregorius is SRT Summer. Like, these 2 are essential for Gregorius. I could not do Gregorius without them. Yep, you can do one team with Aru. I think in a way maybe Aru is easier to do with than Azusa, but the thing that Azusa has that Aru does not have is a debuff. Because where is she? Here. She has a debuff every 30 seconds for 20 seconds. And that will help your consistency with the counter. So you will have an easier time staying within the bracket you need to do the max amount of damage and to keep the chorus at bay. However, if you can manage to get the bracket stable without Azusa, Aru can be better because she deals a frick ton of AoE damage and the chorus will reflect a frick ton of damage back to the boss. So it's just a matter of balancing. The only thing when I think about Gregorius next terrains, the only thing that comes to mind is that what will change will be your main DPS. Because right now, the support structure we have for Gregorius is really tight. I don't see many characters that can replace, for example, Miyako or Saki or Nagisa. It's hard to imagine a team without those three. So I think that your main DPS and maybe not even your tank is not gonna change because you probably need Miyako or you need Reisa. But yeah, like for next terrains, I would be just wondering what will be your best DPS option, but it's hard to know. Not you, is she? Because you cannot use Saori, because she's weak to Mystique. And yeah, she's also weak to Mystique. It's really hard to know. Gregorius is going to be a pain. It's going to be a pain for a long time. Toki could be a good DPS for Gregorius actually. Bunny Toki. She has a debuff here. She deals a fair amount of damage. Her attack stat is fairly good. She's quick. Gregorius is a pain, but upcoming purple is gonna be worse. I don't know. I think the upcoming purple is gonna be painful because it's going to be really AoE reliant, and it will probably have like reposition mechanics, and because of how tight the Sonic roster is right now, it's gonna be hard to get like it's going to be hard to strategize because freaking Siege Armor is annoying. Like it's only weak to Sonic damage. Yeah, like to be honest, I think the Sonic raid will be similar to one of those raids that come with the Himari event. I don't know if you remember, there was one of those bosses that was like you know those insects that look like they are walking in the water. They have 4 legs, really long 4 legs, and they float on the water and like they were like gliding on water. There was a boss like that on that Deca event, and it was like wave of enemies, then chase the boss, then a wave, then a chase, then a wave, then a chase. I think that the Siege raid is going to be something like that. Otherwise, my best guess would be that it's going to be like Cheesed, but I don't know. I don't think they are going to do like Cheesed 2.0. It would be ridiculous. The only thing I can tell you for sure is that I'm crossing my fingers that is not an escort type raid, because that freaking joint fire drill we had to protect the bot, it was the most annoying fire drill probably ever. I really hated that fire drill. I'm so glad it's gone. Maybe like Kaiten Phase 1 could be. It's definitely something like Peroro. I don't know. Oh yeah, that JFD was half mini or die. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, like I don't know. I honestly don't know. I know there is people that follows the leaks. I don't know even where to find them, so I have no idea of what's coming. I always take my guesses like based on what they do before the content. I don't always get it right, but I get close. I think that Peroro or Kaiten could be like are fairly good guesses.
羽振るのかな。
I'm not gonna lie, I have tried to find the leaks, but I had no success. Like I've searched Blue Archive leaks, found nothing, absolutely nothing. So I gave up. I tried like, I don't know, a couple months ago. Nothing appeared. Like it only got, I only found a link to the Reddit, but it's not like the official Reddit has no leaks, so I don't know what to tell you. Okay, let's suffer a little bit with Blue Hot while we discuss the future, just to have a little bit of a background gameplay. But yeah, I think that something similar to Kaiten or Peroro is a fairly good guess. They are like really AoE reliant. I don't want them to reuse again the reflecting mechanic. Like we have the reflecting mechanic on Gregorius and Peroro. So having again minions that reflect damage to the boss could be a little bit too repetitive. But having like a group of bosses that share the HP, I don't know, that sounds fair, but still hard. Like the silhouette they show, it was like a big animal, so I'm guessing it's part of like the there's a Sonic tank. No, we have no Sonic tank. I think it's going to be part of the Slumpia group, the Sonic boss. I would not be surprised if that was the case, but not 100% on that. And I think I missed my Haruna EX. Okay, everything's gonna go down here. If Chise dies early, we're dead. Chise is one step too far. I mean, too close. And she's dead. No, we don't have any Sonic tank yet. I'm guessing, but we're going to get it like in the probably Renge, the demon dragon girl in the volume 5. I think she's going to be like the tank for the Sonic squad. It's either her or maybe some of the Fox Squad members, but at this point I'm starting to lose faith that the Fox Squad will be ever released, which is really sad. I really hope we won't go the Fox Squad, but if they get released, it will be something like the like a Bunny Chaser event, like they will be added as extra characters. I hope the next banner is something that makes everyone alive in the next raid. Yeah. The question is what that could be, because we don't know anything about the next raid, so... Because we don't know if healing will be effective, or we will need shields or repositioning, like... I'm guessing repositioning will play a part in it because of Haruna, Sports Haruna. But... it's hard to know. If I had to have a tank for the Sonic team, I either want something like a Sports Yuka or something like Atsuko. They are really high utility characters that do not get old because they just give too much value through their healing and shielding. Like, it's simply value. Hundred 150% damage on Atsuko looks hard for her. Yeah, no, I know, no, I was saying like the type of character. Like, I want a high utility character. Atsuko will never be able to tank on the Sonic character, on the Sonic raid. Especially because it deals mystic damage, so it's 200%. Because the raid has freaking siege armor, but the damage type is mystic. They did that way because they wanted our Sonic Strikers to survive easily, because they have heavy armor, and heavy armor is resistant to mystic damage. But at the same time, that makes Hoshino, Atsuko, and there was another tank I was thinking about a little bit earlier. But yeah, they lose a lot of value, or even viability at that point. Especially if like there is a lot of like cheap damage. Like, I've noticed that cheap damage can be worse than big damage. It's harder to freaking manage. No, Chise, why are you doing that to yourself? Chise just wants to be in the center of the battle. And she's dead. I hate this freaking version of her. I hate it so much. What is this player doing? I cannot do this though. I cannot rent 2 characters. Freaking hell. Yeah. I can have an issue. Yeah. But look at that. She's adorable. She's freaking adorable. Yeah, she's like a goat. Or like a sheep. They are suicidal. Why she has to be so freaking suicidal though? To be fair, I can still get some upgrades. and improve her survivability. But she's still running to death like a sheep. So I will just blame Chise. The issue is that without having Ako and your Kayoko, running Maidaliz is not better than running Wakamo. Maidaliz is really reliant on those buffs. She goes into the front of the... She goes into the front of the tank several times. It's almost impossible to keep her alive, especially since she's so fragile. Yeah, I agree. She's like... The problem is that I don't have a tank on this comp. In theory, should not need it, but it's just so complicated to keep her alive. And the other issue is that I cannot run Ako because I need freaking Uka because her EX is so expensive. So, and the shields are not good enough and I don't have any healing. Solutions, there are some solutions, but it's still fairly annoying to pull off. Also, I'm using left to team strategy, so I need this team to do good so I can do I can clear it with the second team. And to be fair, like this team, when it works, it works really well. I've been really close to get a one team clear with this team. It's just really hard to get a good result consistently. Also, maybe I could do something like this, but I don't know. Okay, in 10 minutes we are going to... I will still have Blue Archive open on the back. So if anyone has like questions or wants to see something in particular, I can go back to Blue Archive easily. But let's do the last 30 minutes of the stream, a little bit of variety gaming. I thought of doing maybe some Vampire Survivors or Hearts of Torment or Holocure. One of those. They are pretty chill and they allow for conversation. And we can also talk about like gaming in general. But yeah, Blue Archive will still be on the back and we can pop into it like whenever is required. So there is nothing to worry about. Oh, freaking hell. Okay, now I give up. I got the clear and I can use the tickets and that's enough. Like, this freaking raid is so annoying. Let's do one insane... No, let's try a Torment round actually. Let's see what the top players are doing and let's try to do something similar. Because I don't have Reisa and I haven't invested anything into her. I can barely replicate this one. We can rent Ako. I don't have her, but I don't think she's essential. And this is fairly easy to replicate too. We could do something similar to that. Let's see. Kibotos Battleground? No, I have never heard of it. What is that? Sounds like something I should know, to be honest, but no, I have never heard of it. A site with or a Discord one? It's a game in Roblox based on Blue Archive. Oh no, I have never played Roblox. Like, I have no idea about Roblox. Have never played it. It sounds like something. I'm not gonna say it's good or bad because I have no idea, but wait a second. I just saw it and I was surprised. It's kind of good. I mean, maybe. I haven't tried it, so sometimes I see stuff and I think, oh, that looks good, and then I try it and I don't like it. But yeah, I'm more than anything surprised that Blue Archive has gotten into Roblox. Because I know Blue Archive is like super popular in Japan, but here in the West, it varies. Like, I don't know. Like, here in Europe at least, it's not that big of a community, from what I understand. I think America like has a lot of players, and Southeast Asia too. At least based on the demographics of the people that watches the channel, like I think I have 0 European viewers, and all are American and Southeast Asian, so yeah. Maybe there is 1 or 2 Europeans, but they are like so little, so few, that I don't even see them in my statistics. Do I have a decent Miyu? I don't. So she will die. But let's give it a go. We don't have her, so we're going to be using Hoshi instead, which is not ideal, but it should be good enough. We just need to get to the boss with this team and do a couple bars of damage, I think. Not completely sure about that. But we are going to know fairly soon. I'm lacking CC though. I need 1 more source of CC. Who's gonna be doing CC for me? We need Hugi for the second team. We need Susumi in the third team. So we need Miyako for the last team. Can't believe I'm getting blocked by a hamburger. A freaking hamburger is blocking my torment attempt. This cannot be terrible. It's not ideal, but I don't know if it's terrible. It's cheaper. No, it's the same actually. How about the duration here? It's longer. I think Susumi does a lot more damage though with her freaking minigun. Huh. Is it time to invest in the hamburger girl? I will not do it now though. I have no resources available for her. And I need to save for Naguse. I know she will be here soon. I can feel it in my skin. Naguse is gonna be here soon. I don't think we can do Torment actually. That's sad. We're one character short. One character short. Because Tsubaki is gonna die. The chip damage is gonna destroy her. Rick, that's so annoying though. I really want to try Torment. But what options do we have? Not many. Maybe we could use Shimiko. I mean Yoshimi. Oh. It's not fantastic, but it could work. But I need Chihiro here. And it would be redundant to use Shimiko. That's complicated. Okay, no. Torment is not feasible now, but I think that I will start planning towards Torment. I will leave probably my global account for like hardcore planning towards Torment, and I will leave my JP account for more broad planning. Because the JP account is missing many meta characters, so I think it's going to be harder to approach Torment on this account, even though my global account is also missing many. So kinda hard to know. But yeah, I think I will start getting towards Torment on a little bit on both, but mainly on global. But right now I think it's out of reach. We're 1 or 2 characters too short. Yeah, I want to start with Hod. I think Hod is easier for me right now compared to Chizet. I want to do one for each color. Kaiten is feasible on this account. On Torment. I've done it once on a Great Wars, but I think it was bugged. But the concept is not that far. I think I can do a 3-team clear on Kaiten on this account. So Kaiten is done. I need to gear this account towards Hod, which is fairly feasible. I'm just needing 1 or 2 characters more, and I can rent one. And for blue, I think for the blue raid I'm going to be aiming probably for Shirokuro, because Ghost is annoying. I think Torment Ghost is gonna be a pain. Shirokuro seems easier to do. And same for Perora, I'm missing too much AoE. I don't have enough AoE to do Perora Torment. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the plan. Maybe can divide the Torment clears, like maybe do Hod here and Chizet on global. Something like that, so I can cover more without spending extra resources. Also, I want to do Torment gates next year, so that's gonna be the goal. Okay,
先生
let's go maybe into...
どうされました？そんなおかしな顔をして。
Let's see if I can do this properly. Okay, that works. For the music, let's do... I think that's proper background music for this type of game. To be honest, like from this style of games, the one I like the most probably is Vampire Survivors. Like each has something better than the other one. This one is for sure the hardest. I think this one is harder than Halls of Torment and Vampire Survivor. I like the aesthetics and the music of Vampire Survivor the most. And I think the upgrades on Vampire Survivor feel more like impactful. But I don't know. Halls of Torment is like a in between. It's not the best, not the worst. It's just right in the middle. So now we're going to play this for the remaining of minutes of the stream. It's going to be a little bit over 20 minutes. I still have Blue Archive in the background. If anyone has questions about Blue Archive or you want me to show you something in Blue Archive, feel free to ask. I can swap to Blue Archive like in less than a minute, so this is just to add some variety, because doing the same raids over and over, it's kind of, it gets old. I'm honestly aiming for Torment HUD indoors and Hero, but hard to cook without him have returned. Hieronymus Torment, it's not, I mean, it's hard, but I think Kaiten is easier. I think Kaiten is more manageable. Because the issue we have with freaking Hieronymus is that Init Sign and Torment is truly a DPS race. You have to kill it before he triggers his freaking one-shot skill, and there is no lamp to stop it. So it's really DPS intensive, and that means a lot of resources, while I feel like the freaking Kaiten is more manageable. Like, you need 3 DPS. I think for Pieron you need like 4 or 5. You will be probably running like double DPS compositions on Hieronymus. The other problem with Hieronymus is that you have to comply with the sensor mechanic every time you use a new team to lower the defense of the boss, and that adds an extra layer of difficulty, while Kaiten, you can stagger him with a proper team, but it's really hard on Torment. Yeah, exactly. Because the threshold moves every time, and in Torment it's really hard to reach that threshold. You need a lot of DPS. And having to redo the defense break every time is also annoying. While Kaiten, once you get to phase 2, you only need like one character that can break the shield. So one EX skill that deals more than 10 instances of damage I think about 15 is for Torment, I don't recall correctly. But it's easier because it's one mechanic you have to track and it's not that complicated. Hieronymus has more steps in my opinion. That's why Bunny Toki is like an upgrade over Chiroko, especially in Torment, because she can break the shield more reliably. Chiroko cannot break the shield in Torment. Yeah, I guess that much. Yeah. That's why I have never seen her in Torment. It's always Toki. And yeah, Toki... Bunny Toki is a straight upgrade over Chiroko. The problem is that Torment is really prohibitive. At least it feels like that to me. So I have a hard time telling people like, oh yeah, pick this character because it's going to be like super good in Torment. I don't feel like most of my audience is gearing towards Torment. I still want to cover Torment, and that's why I've been trying to do like some... I've been mentioning Torment stats a little bit, but I don't know, I think investing on a character just for Torment could be too much. Like, there are characters that are more generally good. That's why, like, I don't feel like hard pressed to say, oh yeah, take this character for Torment. But yeah, like, there is no denying that Bunny Toki is just better than Shiroko. From Insane and above, she's just better. But I don't know. It's like, what's the name? Amy. Amy, like, she barely sees any usage before Torment. And there are many characters that are like that. But is it really worth going for one character for just one usage case? I don't know. That's why I like when people leave feedback and tell me like, this character is good on this, or like, this character cannot do that, like, because in the end, like, it's more data. I do not have all the data. I wish I did, but having like people contribute their own data to in the comments and stuff, it's really nice. I feel like it builds like a little community in the comments. And for now, at least, I'm very pleased with the interactions in the comments. It's been really nice to each other and to me, so it's nice to see that everyone is getting along. One thing I'm planning, and this is like a little sneak peek into the future. I'm planning to do like not a tier list. Like I've been thinking about it, but I'm still like formulating like the best way to approach that. But I want to do a series covering like characters that are like fairly off meta, but they have like a really good niche or one thing that they're really good at. Because I feel like there are some characters that are really underappreciated and they're really good for that one thing. And I think that kind of information can be nice to have, especially when someone has like a favorite and they are like, oh, I cannot use it anywhere. Well, maybe one of those favorites can be in that list, and like spark some use into it. So once I'm done with some stuff in real life that is taking a lot of time, I want to start collecting more like data on Torment and other challenges, and especially on like niche characters, and do a little bit of more survey type content, to say, like seeing where people is at with certain characters. I feel like it could be really interesting. I could ask you what upgrades to pick in game, but I don't know, there is like a weird delay on the chat. It comes like 5 or 6 seconds later after you guys write. Because I have both the chat open in OBS and in YouTube, and the YouTube chat updates immediately, but the OBS one, it doesn't. But I have all in one monitor, so it's hard to keep track of everything. So I mainly watch the OBS chat, and that's a little bit behind. But once I get a better job, I will try to get some upgrades for the setup and improve the experience. This sticker is quite OP. Faster attacks. I wonder, like, what is generally now considered the hardest raid, without considering the Sonic one, because we don't know anything about it, but I wonder what people think is the hardest raid overall. Probably Torment Bina is up there, but Gregorius I think is like the absolute hardest right now. Because we're also very limited in options with Gregorius, so it wouldn't be strange to have Gregorius as the hardest currently. Overall, Gregorius is the easiest and the hardest. Yeah, it's true. It's both the easiest and the hardest. It's hard to say. Gregorius is the most limited in viable characters, but it's the only one you can clear in one team. No, like... you mean Torment? I don't know, I didn't see any... There was... Was there a one-team clear in Torment? That sounds... I don't recall that. I think I saw 2 teams Torment, but there is 1 team for Torment. Wow. I mean, it doesn't sound impossible. Like, in the end, if you keep the freaking debuff counter in the green zone, you can do so much damage. He goes down really fast, especially because you're going to be reflecting like tons of damage. So yeah, I can't believe it. It sounds really feasible, but at the same time, because of how low the availability of characters we have for Gregorius, that I think the hardest part of Gregorius is having the right characters. Yeah, exactly. And the other issue is that we got all those characters before freaking Gregorius, but they have not released like alternatives. like the options we have for Torment now are virtually the same we had when he came out. I don't know, like maybe I'm wrong on this, but I don't think we have more options now. So if Gregorius came like after the Sonic Raid, unless they release more like characters for Gregorius, I don't see us doing anything different now. So it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen. It feels like it's been forgotten. So yeah, I think you guys are right. It's the hardest because of availability. It's not the hardest mechanically. When it comes like mechanically, maybe Gauss could be one of the hardest, but I mean Bina is hard because of the stupid damage Bina deals and the accuracy debuff. Ghost Torment isn't that hard, but it's extremely RNG heavy. Yeah, exactly. Because like Ghost is pretty hard, yeah. Yeah, the thing is that in Torment there are things that you have more control of than in Insane. For example, in Shirokuro, like the bombs, they come out in fixed patterns, but they deal a lot more damage, and you need to do a lot more damage yourself. And that's the difficulty, like the amount of damage you take and that you have to deal. That's for Shirokuro. Because you can even do 1 or 2 groups of bombs. You can avoid them completely just by doing good deployment. So in that sense, Torment, you have more control over some stuff, but in the case of Gauss, because he's really like crit resistant and all that stuff, there is so much RNG involved into it. Even if you can like have more control over the patterns and stuff, it's still hard to manage because you rely too much on the RNG to hit good and not die. So yeah, I think Gauss is one of the hardest probably in Torment. Kaiten is probably among the easiest. I think Kaiten and Hod are the easiest Torment raids. Hard RNG is the worst. Ghost Torment, yeah. That's very, very true. Hard RNG in Ghost is just... it can destroy your run completely. And the worst part is that it can do it very early. So, yeah, it's painful. She said outdoors is probably the easiest now. I don't know. For my account, Kaiten is the hardest. Oh yeah, that's understandable though. Like, Kaiten, it's hard and easy at the same time. Phase 1 is the hardest part of Kaiten in my opinion. You can manage Phase 2 fairly easily. But Phase 1, between the taunts and the stuns and the freaking splash damage and all that stuff, it requires, like, you have to be really fast and you have to balance your survivability. Yeah. I mean, what you could do, I do not recommend this, but one thing you could try maybe, it's do a little bit of dumping. And by that I mean you have like 1 or 2 main teams to do the raid, and because Phase 1 is probably the one that gives the most issues, just dump students that you don't really need for your clear into Phase 1 until you get to Phase 2, and then on Phase 2 you put all your actual good students into it. I did a 2-team clear with Akari as main DPS in Phase 1. Yeah. I mean, that works. That works. You can do that, because Akari is not going to be good in phase 2 anyways. But yeah, like, you can do a dumping strategy and put like all of your eggs in the second phase basket and just dump students into phase 1. If you can do 2 teams for phase 1 with Akari, that's perfect. For phase 2, if you don't have Nagisa and Bunny Toki and like stuff like that, you will struggle. A friend once suggested to me, but I don't know how viable this is there are, I don't know, wait, because Kaiten deals penetrating damage, so we should not be good there. I don't remember the armor type Hina has, but maybe there could be something with that. The issue is breaking the shield on phase 2. Once you get through phase 1, you need the students to break the shields in phase 2. Neru works for shield breaking. You use regular Neru, right? Or Bunny Neru. Mutsuki's DPS. Okay. Aru, you have Aru, right? Yeah. Yeah, regular Neru, I guess that much, yeah. Oh, you don't have Aru. That's the issue then. Aru is like so good, so good. Do you have Toki though? Like normal Toki, not Bunny Toki. Because normal Toki is stupidly good versus Kaiten. You may have some survivability issues with Toki though. She's level 1 3 stars. Yeah, I feel, yeah. I have the same issue. Some characters I have that could be really good for something, but I have not invested anything into them. However, like, if you're willing to invest in Toki, Toki is virtually the same power level Faru. You can get the same results. I did Explosive Bina in Great Wars and got virtually exactly the same score that I was getting with Aru using Toki. I did the same with Kaiten. I determined Kaiten with both Aru and Toki, and I got virtually the same scores. So you can use Toki as an Aru replacement. If you have Saori, she's also a really good option for phase 2. But yeah, it all depends on what you're focusing on in the end. But yeah, my suggestion is if you don't have Aru, use Toki. Toki is an Aru replacement. It's not an upgrade, it's a side grade. They're exactly the same performance. Because Aru deals a lot more damage with her basic attacks, because they're really fast. I mean, Toki deals a lot more damage with her normal attacks, and she has debuffs and like defense penetration. Even if it's more expensive and you need more setup, you can cover the distance with the power of Toki. Like, she's really good. And I've tested that, so I can assure you that you will get really good results with Toki replacing Aru. So that would be my best advice. If you don't have Aru, invest in Toki. She will also be good in being a Great War, so it's not like a one-time investment. Toki will suffice. But again, like, the only main issue you may have with her is her survivability, because she takes neutral damage. Mutsuki is actually the same DPS as Aru, but it's not just I'm lacking Aru, I also don't have Summer Hoshino and Ako. That's a bigger issue, yeah. And I feel you because I don't have Akko. And really annoying to not have. So yeah, I share your pain. Mutsugi UE40 is fine. I mean, 2 teams for Torment is more than fine. That's above average, I could say. I'm doing 3 teams in Torment. I'm not planning too well, and I'm not playing not playing it perfectly, but 2 teams is above average, so you can be more than proud than that for that. I would say average is 3 teams. At least in JP. Ah, insane! Shit, okay. Well, still 2 teams insane is fine. There is no shame on doing 2 teams insane. Insane is really hard anyways, so yeah. Don't worry about it. Just slowly but surely build a core and take one raid at a time. Like, if you spread your resources too far and too wide, you will clear nothing, so I think you're doing more than fine. You're getting some torment clears and other stuff, so don't worry about Kaiten. Yeah, if you don't have Hoshino, that's painful. And if you don't have Hoshino and Akko, that's even more painful. But, you know, you will have a chance. Fest banner is not that far away, so Summer Hanako may be the banner to save your account. It didn't save mine, I still don't have Akko, but I don't do any raid if not with just one team. It hurts my pride. Nah, don't worry about it. In the end, even if you have to do 2 teams, do it, because you get more resources, like the coins. It's not about the freaking Pyroxen, but doing insane in 2 teams is better than not doing it at all, because you get more resources. You just get more. You get the coins that you can trade for books, you can trade for fragments, like, it's just better to do. So don't think too much about it and just enjoy it. Enjoy the process. I like the process of planning. It's like solving a puzzle to me. I feel like the most fun I have in games is when I have to like figure out a solution. Like the freaking JFD we had in JP, the Scort. It was stupidly hard, but the satisfaction I got from clearing it. People were saying, "Oh, you need mine, you need mine." I don't have mine, and I got the 444. I was really proud. I got a solution that not many got, and I was able to pull it consistently later, so I could always get my 444. After 2 platinum trophies in a row, it's kind of sad to lose the streak here, but it's not like I can do anything with my lack of Summer Hoshino and Akko. I mean, I know what you mean. It's when you reach a goal and you reach like a point in which with which you're happy with, it's hard to go back. You feel like you're going one step back. So yeah, I understand, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world. There is always a next time. I'm really happy I picked the revivals because already in chat sometimes I take a lot of damage. So close to dying. I don't wanna die. I think I stopped caring about. I need to find the best composition for this Kaiten. I have Samerhina and Cherino, but I don't understand how the team fits into both composition. Oh, okay, I understand what you mean. So I mean, first, are they like max invested? Because that's really important. And because that team, the team that number one is using and people like that, it's really fragile. So you really need to have like a max investment, because otherwise your survivability is going to be ass. But the thing is, that team, like Samerhina is for shield breaking, and freaking Cherino is just for the Axel. She's not doing much other than the Axel. And for example, the people that is using New Year Haruna, it's for the AoE. I think she has also debuff. What a freaking ugly monster. But yeah, it's Hina is for a lot of like it's for the shield break mainly. And well, her damage is good in phase 1 too, but I don't know if she's a phase 1 character in Torment. I have not paid too much attention into that. We can check it. So, wait. I'm opening the English, the global version on the background, and I can check it. But yeah, it's mostly for shield breaking, in my opinion. Samerhina is fast, is cheap, and it deals a lot of damage. And we're going to see now if she's a team 1 or team 2. If she's a team 1 too, I mean, she's also, if she's using team 1, is also for like the AoE Chidos. It's really good. What I don't like, as I said, is the fragility of that team. It feels like it's really easy to end up restarting. Oh, we got the completion. Perfect. Okay, let's check the Torment Kaiten, and then I'll be ending the stream. Wait, are you talking about Torment or you're talking about Insane too? That's the first question, actually. if we're talking about Insane, which is here, people try several times, get angry after the first attempt. Yeah. But if we're talking about Insane, so if we're talking about this team, or like this team, Axel, where? Wait. Then yeah, Cheese for Axel, Cheese for AoE and Shield Break, main damage dealer, buffing. That's your like Insane formula. And Shield Break too. This is your main AoE for phase 1. If you're using this composition or something like this, instead of Haruna you're using Hina. If we're talking about Torment, it's complicated. Here, like, this is your team 1. My Aru is UE40, but still at level 1. That's painful. Aru is probably one of the best explosive strikers you can have. She's a Mika without the tanking element. Her damage is fairly comparable to Mika. The only thing that puts Aru behind in damage compared to Mika is that Mika has guaranteed critical hits and Aru doesn't. So when Aru misses the criticals, it's a little bit of an issue. But I think that's enough for today. I have to eat something because I'm starving, and then I have to do my own runs here to get my coins. It depends. On Insane you can use Hina in phase 1. She has the same items for Minori, so I had to choose. Oh, I see. Yeah, Aru's doing all the damage. But during the rotations you may want to use Hina. It depends. Like, sometimes, for example, even in my run when I was doing the one team in Insane, I did use Shiroko just to rotate faster back into Aru. Like, sometimes you want to just rotate, but yeah, most of the times is Aru. You're just renewing buffs and doing damage with Aru. I use my New Year Fuka UE40 max. I think that might be an issue though. New Year Haruna. Haruna is fine. It's just expensive. I don't like her too much because she's expensive. I think Aru is better, but you can still get a good result with Haruna. If you're not running Cherino though, it's harder because you don't have the Axel. If you're running Cherino, then you should be fine. It's mostly about timing with Haruna. And people is also using Aru. Like, they are using it together. I don't think there is a person using Haruna without Aru. But I don't know. I have not tried with Haruna. I think I have invested a fair bit into her, but not enough. Yeah, not enough. Akko is the problem, maybe no Akko for me. I mean, Akko is just really good. She's just really good. I think the issue is that you don't have her. But, like I was saying before, if you have her, she's a perfect replacement for Aru, especially in phase 2. So you can try with Toki if you have invested enough. I have not done it in this account, but I have invested into Toki in the JP account, and she's virtually the same. Not having Akko is an issue. My JP account suffers not having Akko. Akko is just really good. So if you don't have Akko, yeah, it's a little bit of a pain because you cannot rent Akko and Aru at the same time, so you have to pick one and then the strategy falls through the ground, so it's complicated. No Chucky to using New Year Haruna for DPS and Himari and Fuka for support. Do not use Fuka, rent an Akko. Rent an Akko. Trust me, it's gonna be better. It's gonna take some practice, but Akko is gonna be better. Don't use Fuka. The critical damage and critical rate buff you will get from Akko and the healing you will get from Akko will pay off. Don't use Fuka. I think Fuka may be the problem in your composition. Like, you should still be able to get like a decent clear without Aru. But you need to have Akko, so rent Akko. Okay. Guys, thank you again for tuning into the stream, for supporting the channel. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night. And if you have any questions, you can either leave a comment on the board of this stream, or you can comment on the community post I made to announce this stream. The Nagusa emoji. It looks better than I thought, actually. I was afraid that it was not going to be very clear. I'm glad it looks actually good. Well, thanks again. Leave your questions where you feel more comfortable with, and see you next time. Bye bye.